Welcome back to the Well-Nourished Homemaker. If you are new, my name is Audrey. This channel is meant to help inspire you to care for your well-being by discovering what delights your soul, nurturing your feminine beauty, and igniting in you that deep desire to prioritize your wellness as a woman, mind, body, heart, and soul. Not with control or obsession, but with joy and purpose. I'm here to encourage and motivate you to get in that workout, read your Bible, be present, and enjoy the little things in the seemingly everyday, mundane moments. So grab yourself a cup of coffee or tea and let's get started.
Good morning, ladies. So I'm going to do my study on the secret of contentment, something that Paul talked about, how he learned to be content with a lot and he learned to be content with little things. I think that's always good to study every now and then, especially with cost of living has increasingly gone up. I often think about that scripture, how it talks about how you want to rejoice in the suffering. When you go through those hard times, you really have perspective of what truly matters, what's truly the most important, and that's, your relationship with your children and your husband and your friendships. What are we relying on in the day-to-day to help us have joy and happiness? Is it like the material things? Is it things that we can buy? Or if all those things were taken away, could we still experience that secret of contentment and that inner joy? I need to be reminded of that. And although the discipline is painful in the moment, I think it's necessary, and it also helps you reevaluate and see where you can, make adjustments and things that are like unnecessary. Easy to fall into that trap and to get comfortable. Things continue to decline and get more difficult. I think it's important as a homemaker who, can make adjustments to make it easier for my husband. It's always like really readjusting, reevaluating each month, especially since it's not, his income isn't consistent. That's what makes it difficult. And last month I had lost 2 of my cleaning jobs. That's $350 of income, and that makes a difference. That's extra groceries and diapers. It's been a bit of a struggle, but I only say that because I think it's important that we don't focus and allow ourselves to be, discouraged to the point of like being angry or resentful towards our husband or anything like that. It's really a matter of the heart, and to learn to be content with less, to have like your go-tos and your things that you buy on a weekly or monthly basis. And sometimes it's just like, oh, I can't go without that. But it's like when you really reevaluate, you're like, well, I was doing fine without it. Now there are things that we can't go without. Even if we have to go without those, where's that going to leave us, like within ourselves? How are we going to function day to day? As things decline and get worse, we don't know. Whatever happens, if we lose our car, if we lose our home, we have to downsize. We were living off beans and rice. It doesn't matter. Like, we have each other. We shouldn't expect to have nice things. They're nice, but we shouldn't expect a certain lifestyle. I, for myself, just want to always have that grateful and content heart. Steady on the hand, fly home, sweet home, where the saucers go to get all cleaned up and put away. Call it a day. All right, good morning, ladies. I just came back here. I'm getting ready to do my makeup and update you a little bit of how the Candida cleanses going, I have transitioned over into the third phase, slowly introducing myself to foods, and it's been lovely. Entering the third month, third phase. So this phase is repair, rebuild, repopulate, a lot of bone broth, my probiotics. I ended up getting an adjustment at the chiropractor about 2 weeks ago, and then again a week ago, and I found that I had like very mild flu-like symptoms, and that can happen after like a chiropractor adjustment. They kind of describe it as like a toxin relief and inflammation and things. While being in the kill phase of the Candida cleanse, I was like, my body was just under a lot of stress. I ended the cleanse a week early, and I feel like sometimes we just have to compromise and adjust, and not to push ourselves, past that point just for the sake of saying we did it, or trying to like persevere, but really just accept your limitations. Yeah, I started the other day and I feel so much better. I have so much more energy. I hope to get in a workout today. I've been eating more carbs. I just stuck in some Japanese sweet potatoes in the oven. I hope to do a dedicated video on it, just explaining like how to do it, what to do. So I wanted to give an update on the heatless hair wrap tool that I showed in my last video, and I love it. I've really enjoyed using it. This is second day hair. I wash my hair every 2 to 3 days. As soon as I start to see it's getting greasy, I try to limit using dry shampoo. I find that that's really helped with like the integrity and the health of my hair. This is second day, so I've been doing it every time. After a wash, I'll do like my whole hair care routine. I've been doing the Redken volumizing spray, and then I'll blow dry, and then I'll go in and do the wrap. And yeah, it usually lasts me about 2 or 3 days. You get different hairstyles each day. So the first one is more like, tight curls. The second is like more voluminous. And then the third day is more like beachy waves. I'm just really happy with it. So yeah, I just wanted to update you on that. I was thinking the other day, I was like, oh, I would love to go get like some baby highlights in my hair. But I've actually really enjoying like it growing out, and more so like this balayage to like my natural to blonde. I think it's interesting, once you start going blonde, you kind of get like blonde blindness, where you're just like so good, and then you're like maybe just a little bit more and a little bit more. Your full like platinum blonde hair. Really over the years learned my lesson in that, and even if I have like a moment where I'm like, I can just like get a box dye, I've learned my lesson. My husband will not allow it. I think it's good maybe every 4 to 6 months. Now I've stretched it to be able to go without like getting highlights. Some days I'm like, my roots are so dark, but once I do like my clarifying shampoo, and then after that I'll use like the purple shampoo just to like brighten up the dullness or any yellow tones, I find like, wow, actually my hair is pretty blonde. So I think that's always good to remember. Just have a good hair wash, cleansing treatment, use some purple shampoo, and you can go longer without needing to like upkeep and highlight your hair. Okay, I think I want to do some false lashes, and I shared this before in my last video. I'm still been enjoying it. It's just a nice way to feel pretty when you wake up in the mornings, just to have your eyelashes done. It does just make all the difference. Yeah, I think what I want to do today is I want to do some sort of lower body strength core workout while I have been adjusted to strengthen that left hip, because I was a ½ inch off. And that can happen just with holding your babies on your hip, or lifting wrong, or setting a certain way. It's easy for our bodies to get, especially our hips, to get out of alignment. I've also been trying to lean more in towards rhythm and flow rather than routine and structure. It's always a delicate balance, but I don't know. I just feel like instead of being very regimented, and even with my wellness routine and, making sure I'm taking care of myself, I just want to step into like spring and summer with more, I guess the word would be like flow and restfulness. Just being more present with my thoughts. If I'm out and I'm walking on the bike path, I don't have to like listen to anything or keep my mind occupied, I guess. That's really been very relaxing and refreshing. I think that's another reason why I deleted like all my other social medias. It's because it's so hard and it's so easy to make something as a habitual habit, just getting on your phone and scrolling. And until you take that away, even your mind, you know, it adjusts to those constant dopamine hits. And what would seem, I think, pleasurable and more enjoyable, like the mundane moments and the quietness, can become now uncomfortable. So over the years, I've definitely learned to always be conscious of that. It's just a reminder, I guess, that this spring and summer, try to be more present. Yeah, honey. Mommy's back here. I'm doing her makeup. It's supposed to warm up today, around 50 and sunny. Maybe we'll go for a walk on the bike path to get in our steps. Get on with the rest of the day. All right, ladies, so I'm gonna make myself a little yogurt bowl. This is what I've been doing every morning. I'll just use a little bit of Greek yogurt from Chobani, and this is the 20-gram protein, so I'll start with that as the base, and then I'll add some vanilla extract, some honey, and then what I'll do is I'll go in, these are my new favorite staple cereals. I've been doing a lot of research trying to find, you know, just good, clean ingredient cereals. I don't know if you're familiar with Bobby, but he has an app. It's called Bobby Approved, and he has a YouTube channel as well. And he talks a lot about for clean ingredients. You can go in and check like what you want to avoid and what you're looking for. This is my new favorite go-to cereal. He did a video recently actually about like ranking cereals. He goes off quality, taste, and price. And this was on like his top tier, and I have to say these are really good. The kids like them as well, so that's important. One of my things is I love to have a bowl of cereal in the evening time before bed, so I don't have to feel guilty about that now. And I also like to use them as toppings for my yogurt bowls, just to give it like a nice little crunch instead of using granola, which is like, you know, okay, especially if you make it from home, but still full of like tons of sugar. It has cassava, sunflower protein, maple syrup, coconut oil, dates, vanilla extract, and sea salt. They have tons of varieties to choose from. This one's kind of like a dupe for like Honey Nut Cheerios. If you guys are looking for a clean ingredient cereal, I could only find them at Kroger's. Yeah, it's super simple and delicious. That's about 30 grams of protein right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit down and have my breakfast, and then maybe after that, we'll do like a 20-minute weighted workout.
Gonna let the past be filled with smoke, and I will try to fix what has been broken, and take this weight off my shoulders, cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken, and I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade, feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sunshine in the day.
I just stuck some of these lightly breaded chicken bites in the air fryer. I just wanted to share them with you. I found them at Kroger's recently, and they're super clean ingredients, really high in protein, 4 net carbs, gluten-free, grain-free. The only thing is they do use canola oil, but these would be perfect. But we cannot strive for perfection. While we do try to take care of our health and wellness, to strive for perfection is just unrealistic, and it's going to drive you crazy. So you have to compromise. Now, am I gonna like eat these every day? No. But what I've learned is every now and then I have to compromise. Otherwise, life is just gonna be a real struggle. All right, I'm having a little snack. I've shared these before, the Boulder. I like the olive oil classic. And then I recently found this at Kroger. I like to dip chips in cottage cheese just so you can have the protein, so you don't have the spike with, you know, the carbs. But I think this will definitely be my new go-to, just because it's still super clean ingredients, but it's much cheaper than those. This was, I think, like $3, and the Good Culture is usually from like $6. To share that with you ladies because it's a new item on the market and it's a nice way to get in your protein. Another swap that I've been doing is I usually get this brand of coconut milk and almond milk, and I don't want to sacrifice like quality and ingredients, and I found this one. It's from Blue Diamond. So this one is around $6 and this one is around $3. I usually get both, but I don't have the almond milk one on me right now because I'm transitioning over to this one. So that is around $6 saved per week and $25 saved per month. Also, another swap that I did was my coffee. So this is the coffee that we get. I find it at Aldi's, and again, it's important for me not to sacrifice quality, especially with coffee, just because it's sprayed with like pesticides and mold. And this is Bobby approved. It's grown in Honduras and it's organic. It's strictly high ground coffee altitude, which is important for mold. My coffee that I've shown in the past that I always get is around $17 a bag, and this is $7. So that is saving $10 a week and $40 a month. You know, $17 for a really good high quality coffee isn't bad, but if you can find something better, it's really finding ways to make swaps that can truly add up and make a difference over time. So don't underestimate. I know it's hard because you have your go-tos. You don't want to sacrifice quality. You know, do your due diligence and try to find ways to, you know, get the best price for the same amount of quality. And it does make me feel like, okay, I'm doing something that I can help support my husband and the small little things that truly make a difference over time. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you ladies. And in the future, I will continue to share ways in which you cannot sacrifice quality and taste, but at an affordable price. Hi ladies, it is a new day and I'm getting ready to head to town. I'm going to take a walk on the bike path, and then I thought I would have a little picnic. So I brought my bag with my blanket and my notebook, and I'm going to do a little bit of editing. I have some snacks. I wanted to vlog and bring you ladies along and encourage you to do the same. Get outside, get some fresh air. I think I'm going to make an iced coffee to go. I just put on this little white top that I found at a thrift store, and this is actually like an active wear skirt, so I thought it would be nice to walk in, and it feels like spring outside today. It's like 65. Oh, it'd be cute with some like nice tennis shoes, so that's what I'm going to be wearing.